I just have to balance the phone. Look at these guys looking all fancy in their hats.
Yeah.
Hi.
Good morning. Welcome.
And you're welcome to give Natasha a hard time for not wearing hers.
We gave her the memo last Wednesday, and she chose to wear her hair up in a bun. So
On purpose, so she didn't have to wear the hat. She thinks we don't know that we
But to be honest, I did wake up late this morning. So it was either being late for work or arriving on time. I chose to be responsible about it.
Oh, brother.
well, maybe you should set your alarm a little earlier.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TBH.
For those of you that don't know, that means to be honest.
Yes,
To be honest.
That's true, actually.
One of our mottos,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Hi, Josiah.
Josiah!
Just seeing everyone coming on, joining us today. We have a great topic that we are talking about this morning.
What is it?
We are going to talk about our SCHTIK. SCHTIK. That is correct.
SCHTIK.
We said it like that.
Can you say that again?
SCHTIK.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know the story, when we chose our name, Natasha was away. And Christina and I thought we were so brilliant, and we knew Natasha would love it.
Because we talk like this all the time.
Yeah, because she likes to talk like that. And when we told her the name, she thought we were kidding.
Yeah.
And she's like, there is no way. I'm not calling it that.
I thought it was a joke.
No.
I was away and I actually was a little bit upset.
She
and
was
I'm like,
upset with us.
you
So
got,
it's too late.
I'm like, you're kidding, right? I'm like, this hasn't happened, you haven't. And she's like, no, we're getting it printed. It's done. I'm like,
Yeah.
I am not, when I teach, I am not saying, okay, so you're going to finish filing your nail, you're going to shape it nicely with our file, and then you're going to apply your shtick.
Oh, come on.
But
That's
now-
the best part.
Now it's good. I'm good. I've fallen in love with it.
See, there you go. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
We have Sandy. She was saying that we are looking hot, ladies. Looking real good.
The ones with the hats.
Yeah,
right?
I'm assuming that's what she's meaning. You're not included.
I'm the ugly duckling today.
Which means you're really the swan.
Aww! I'll take that.
Don't feed it to her.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, boss.
Oh, well, today we thought we would talk about SCHTIK. And I know that there's a couple things we need to address about it, I guess. Somebody had posted, I guess, their concern about it crystallizing,
Hardening.
hardening. And I think that this product, because of the way it's designed and because of how it needs to cure in order to secure your embellishments, it needs to be a really quick cure. So it has to be a quick cure, which means that any kind of, you really want to minimize your exposure to any kind of UV light.
Or LED.
Or LED, yeah. So I guess any light rays. Your window,
Desk lamp.
your desk lamp.
For seeing, like I have one at home that I don't use as often anymore because when I'm painting designs at home, I have my brushes out because I'm using them over a couple hours span, and over time I noticed my brushes, some of them were hardening, and it's because of light being emitted from my desk lamp for seeing. So be careful of that too.
Yeah, so if your gel is curing, there's obviously a reason for it. The product itself would not come like that generally at all.
No.
So there is a
Not
reason.
generally.
Yeah,
The only way it can get hard is if it
Yeah.
is exposed to a light source
Yeah.
or overexposed.
And honestly, we don't even realize how close we can get to something before it actually starts to cure. You think you're far enough away from your lamp, but honestly, it takes the littlest.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just going to say, have you ever tried to gel polish your nails outside?
Oh, it's
Yeah, no,
impossible.
there's no way.
When you're camping? I'll just throw a coat of gel polish on.
Not happening.
Yeah, I know. It's very true. I tried taking photos of our gel polish outside, not thinking, and it would just instantly cure the brush. I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah.
And, I've been doing nails for a long time, and it didn't even dawn on me. So it's just those little reminders to be aware of.
Yeah.
Heat will not bother it.
No. If anything, heat will just make it more fluid.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Which is what we recommend.
Yes.
If you get, so sometimes in shipment, particularly if they're air shipments. If it's winter time, you're going to get it. You're going to open your jar, and it's going to look like crystallized sugar,
Frosted.
like sugar,
Yeah,
like
not
crystallized
clear gel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so a lot of times people see that and think, oh, there's something wrong with it, I can't use it. But it's just because it is sensitive to the cold. So it's very easy to reconstitute that, bring it right back to its original condition by heating it.
Yeah.
Does
Absolutely.
somebody want to do a demo?
Christina, you're great at demos.
Okay.
Do a demo. You show them.
Here you go, boss.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, because I can't see.
So what we recommend is that you take a plastic bag.
It doesn't have to be a Ziploc.
No, I'll get you to hold that.
Okay, here's our little
Take your beautiful SCHTIK. Stick it in the bag. Place it into the bag.
Sorry, what? No, stick it in the bag.
Stick it. Oh, nice, Natasha. See? Seal it really good just so that the water doesn't get in there. Okay? And release all the air is the best. So.
Well, you know, actually, Christina,
You don't
just
even
go
have
like that.
to-
Don't even seal
Don't
it.
even seal it.
Okay, I guess
Just
it's
make sure.
I guess it depends on the size
Just
of
don't let
the
the water inside the bag, because that defeats the purpose of the plastic bag.
Yeah, well, this is what I mean. If you have a huge bowl, you might want to seal it. Take a little jar, fill it with hot water.
Pre-boiled water.
Yes. And you place it into the container. Couple minutes, up to 5 minutes, just depending how much
Just take your kettle.
that you have.
Do you want a little demo? No, that's
You
it.
got it.
Yeah, there. Pour your hot water.
Well, I usually put water in first, then submerge it, but your choice, it really doesn't matter. And keep it in there for up to 5 minutes, and then it will take it right back to its original state.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back in a second. Keep
And
talking.
honestly, to be honest, my SCHTIK at home, because I live in a basement suite, so it's usually cooler in my house. My SCHTIK is quite often a little bit thicker, and it's still fine to use. I use it with a dotting tool. I'll take it out of the pot, and once you start manipulating it on the surface of the nail, it actually warms up, and it is totally fine. It becomes fluid again, so you can use it when it is thicker, but you can definitely do our little trick here with the hot water as well.
And it'll be great.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they mentioned, even if you don't do this process, you can still use it.
that's what I just.
You just said, okay, cool, I didn't hear.
Yeah.
So we also want to talk about a lot of people are not really sure how to finish off the product or how to use it. So we have a couple tools here that we use to apply.
Do you want to do
Like
a close
Natasha
up with
said.
my rhinestones?
Oh,
and show them?
Yeah, absolutely,
You
definitely.
can show them how to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to come forward? So
Okay.
what if you guys want to do, Yvonne is going to come up and show her nail.
You can see my. Hold on. Where's?
Up here, boss.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got some crystals here. So a couple ways you can apply. Some people like to finish with a no wipe top coat, which I had no wipe right in my hand here. Okay, no wipe. You can finish off the nail.
Oh, where am I? There.
Yeah, with no wipe and fully cure. Okay, then you can apply a small amount of your SCHTIK using the dotting tool of the blinger. Okay, and just place your crystals on the area that you want it to go. Okay, I know this is very difficult. Then you would fully cure. For example, if you have any exposed SCHTIK in any areas you want to remove, you only need to apply the smallest amount to the nail. It's going to hold very securely. This will depend too if you're using little crystals or bigger ones or creating clusters. When you fully cure, you're going to have a little exposure of SCHTIK around the area. This is where we recommend you taking your no wipe. I place a little bit on the top of my bottle. I use the Detailer number 2 brush. Grab a little bit of the no wipe, and I'll come in and coat around the areas of the exposed SCHTIK. If we don't do that, there's going to be that little tacky inhibition layer that's going to be exposed. Over time, it's going to collect dirt and have that dirty look. So we want to make sure we seal it. Okay, so that's one way using no wipe. Thank you, model. If you were not to do the no wipe as the base, you can fully cure the last layer of gel polish. Okay, then apply your SCHTIK to the area if you're doing a full contact nail, half a nail, whatever design work you're going to do, just around the cuticle area. Apply the SCHTIK, all your crystals, fully cure. Once it's fully cured, then you will apply your no wipe. And this is where for this type of nail, I would come in and just apply the no wipe. And around the smaller areas where my brush may not be able to get, without touching the crystals, I will use the detailer brush again and go in between all the exposed area of SCHTIK. Very easy to do, just to let you know.
And you know,
Okay.
these, it'll keep your rhinestones on
Oh, yeah.
for
Very.
a long time.
Yes.
And
Sandy there
Yeah.
commented and said maybe using a warming plate would work. It maybe once it's reconstituted, but you definitely need kind of that shock of the warm water to bring it back. But to keep it warm, absolutely, and to keep it fluid.
with any gels, a lot of, I mean, if you work with gels, you'll know that when they get cool, they get thick.
We actually, I accidentally closed out of the live video, but we did have another viewer that said that she always warms her gels whenever she gets them. So,
Right.
yeah.
And now that for us getting into the winter months, it's going to be a lot cooler. And yeah, I always find that too with gels for sure.
It's kind of the opposite of acrylic, because with acrylic it gets cold and then it is runny.
Runs everywhere.
And you know, another thing about our SCHTIK gel, the beautiful thing about this is that when you're using a lot of crystal work, I used to hate using embellishments on top of the nail, whether they are little metal ones, bigger crystals, because I found them so frustrating to actually remove. It is very simple to remove. When you actually go to remove the crystals or any embellishments, the gel itself actually holds it a little bit, so they're not going flying everywhere, you know, hitting you in the eye, hitting your clients. They stay within the nail, and it's easy to remove that way. It comes off like a gummy.
Like nippers.
Yeah, I use
I do
nippers,
too.
acrylic nippers, and I just find it's very easy to remove, and it stays on. So generally, if any crystals are coming off, it's because the backing itself has been removed.
Yeah.
With maybe the cheaper quality crystals and stuff, the backing will stay on, so it's actually holding it. But the crystal might pop off. That's the only.
That's not our fault then. That's
Yeah.
the crystal supplier's fault. So don't get mad at us.
But you know, honestly though, to be honest, I mean, for those of you that don't know me, there might be one or two there, but I have a little hobby farm, so I'm very active. I'm every morning, every night, I am scooping and hammering and doing whatever needs to be done, and I wear big crystals and I never lose them.
Yeah.
Weeks.
Yes.
Oh yeah, me too.
But what's great is, like you say, when you go to take them off, it's like, oh, that was easy.
It's
Not
so
like you're
simple.
fighting with it.
Very
And
simple.
Even for us, like doing our own nails, and you know, I mean, nail techs out there can sympathize too. Working on your dominant hand with your non-dominant hand, I used to actually like nervously sweat when I would take off the rhinestones before using SCHTIK, because I would be afraid that the nippers would slip, or my e-file, my bit would slip, you know, skip over them. But now, using the SCHTIK and using a pair of acrylic nippers, it's so simple.
It's true. It's amazing how certain things make our jobs less stressful.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it's a major one.
Totally.
And even Sandy said she hated using embellishments until SCHTIK.
That's our girl.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I was going to mention too, because it was just brought to our attention last night, that the lid, somebody had a lid pop off, like off of the inner lid. Like the jars have an inner lid, and then they have the outer cap. And Christina, you were checking this morning, and we had a couple actually in the warehouse that they were loose. Now, we were completely unaware of this until last night, and we have instantly solved the problem. But and I was going to say, if you have any that do that, just put a little dab of hot glue or something and put your cap back on. But this is where it's really, really important, and we really appreciate if you come to us and maybe don't go directly to social media, posting social media, but come to us and give us an opportunity to correct the problem before it becomes a negative out there in the cyber world. Because there are things like that. We obviously would never intentionally put a product out there that has a problem.
Exactly.
And we, not to say that we haven't had our share of problems. I mean, definitely it's just the nature of the beast. But we really do, it's very important for us that you communicate to us so that we can solve whatever it is.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, good news, we're actually really friendly. So you can contact us anytime, not be afraid to. Natasha generally is the one that you deal with.
Customer service.
Yeah, she's excellent, and you know what? We invite you to have questions because we want to be there to support you because you guys are very important to us.
Well, and we're all nail techs,
Yeah.
so we understand. We understand what it's like. We're here to make your life easier.
Totally.
Your success is our reward.
And just to add on
what
what Yvonne was saying, just about how we wouldn't put a product out there intentionally that is defective or what have you. We do spend a lot of hands-on time here in the office, testing products, testing packaging. A lot of thought and time and love goes into Ugly Duckling. And we definitely appreciate all your support, and we want to know if you're experiencing any issues or if you have any concerns or anything like that. Please give us the chance to fix whatever's going on or help you in any way, because we do make ourselves available, and we do sincerely want to help.
And we will say that every single time because there will be someone who hasn't watched this or have seen that, so it's important that we make that clear for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we love you. Aw, we love you too, Sandy.
Sandy's the best.
Aw.
So, I don't know, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Any questions before we
Get back to business.
I just want to do a quick poll here for those who are still watching. Who thinks Natasha should wear this hat next week? Give me a show of hearts, please. Natasha, wear this bling hat next week. You guys want to see that? Let me know. Let's see some hearts on the screen.
There's a delay, so
Yeah, so that's what I'm
if there's no hearts, you guys are awesome.
No. So far, no.